Alright, the divisional round is this weekend, baby, and I am going to attempt to predict the outcome again. Last weekend, I I made predictions on all those games, but man, so basically I got everything wrong on the AFC side. That's bad. I got the Rams Seahawks games wrong. So basically I got 4 games wrong and 2 right. So yeah, so keep that in mind before um you make any judgments on my predictions. It's bad. It was bad last weekend, and I hope it will be better this weekend. But we'll see. All right, so let's go to the first game: Chiefs versus Browns. I got the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, baby. There's no other answer other than Patrick Mahomes. I think man, I don't think he's that quarterback you just don't bet against. I think, and to go a little deeper, the Browns got here because Steelers turned the ball over in the first quarter 4 times, giving up 28 points unanswered. But Steelers were still able to put up 30 plus points. That's a bad sound for the Browns. Chiefs are probably going to have a field day in the passing game. I think they'll score 50 points. And Browns will probably not going to be able to keep that up. So I got the Chiefs in that game. Let's go to the next game, Bills versus Ravens. This is a very interesting matchup. You got one of the better offenses, especially passing game in Bills, versus one of the best defenses, in the league in the Ravens. If you watched the games last week, you probably know how good the Ravens defense can be. They shut down the best running back in the league. And Titans were only able to score 13 points. So yes, they're really good at defense. And Bills are really good at offense. Josh Allen can throw deep. He's probably one of the better deep throwing quarterbacks in the league. So this is a very interesting matchup. But at the same time, I think history shows that most of the times when you have elite defense versus elite offense going or playing against each other, I think defense wins. So with that, I am going with the Baltimore Ravens. On top of that, on top of all the things I mentioned, whoops, I think that's fine. Yeah, so all the things I mentioned, Ravens have one of the better run defense or run offense. No, they have the best running offense actually. I think they have the best. Bills have really bad run defense at the same time, so I think Baltimore will be able to score at ease. And on the opposite side, I think the Bills will have a tough time scoring, which will lead to Baltimore winning the game pretty easily. I think this game will be another blowout. I think both games in AFC will be a blowout game. But we'll see. Obviously, I got all the sides on the AFC wrong so far, so maybe that theme will follow. And if the Browns beat the Chiefs, woo, man, I think that will be the biggest upset since Patriots lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl 2007. For that undefeated season, I think that is the biggest upset since that time. And with that said, let's move on to NFC side of the playoffs. Packers versus Rams. This is a very similar matchup as the Bills and Ravens are. Packers on one hand, one of the best passing games in the league, arguably the best, with Aaron Rodgers throwing 48 touchdowns, only like 5 interceptions, I believe. And on the other side, Rams, they have one of the best defenses in the league, especially their pass rushers. Their defensive line showed they can be very dominant last weekend. Russell Wilson was not able to do anything. Even when Aaron Donald was injured and out, they were still rushing to Russell Wilson at ease. And I think that will I think that will cause Aaron Rodgers to have a difficult game. And I don't think he'll have as much time to pass. I mean, Packers have one of the better offensive line, but at the same time, I think the Rams' defensive line can pretty much break any of the offensive lines. So, on top of that, Packers have bad run defense again. Same with the Bills. I don't know why these teams have bad run defense, like when they have good passing. And on top of that, Rams are a pretty good running team. Cam Akers ran for like 130 yards last week. And I don't think he will slow down at all this weekend. He might even run for more. So I actually have the LA to upset the Packers this weekend. That leads to the last game. Saints versus Buccaneers. The old timers, baby. I don't know if you guys saw Tom Brady's tweet, but man, he posted a History Channel type themed advertisement for this game with those guys photoshopped as like old timers, literally. That was really fun to see, and man, this is a matchup to. I think this is a historic matchup. Two oldest quarterbacks, first and second in touchdown passes in of NFL careers. First and second in passing yards. Pretty much like they're leaders in every passing category right now. But at the end of the day, I think it is Tom Brady. I am a Tom Brady fan, and I learned never to bet against him, because even in the 28-3 game, the Hawks, or no, not the Hawks, I'm sorry, Falcons. That game, I had no doubt that Tom Brady was gonna win that game. So I have that much faith in him, which kind of means this is a very biased prediction, but oh yes, I don't think anything convinced me. I don't think there was enough evidence that the Saints are so much better than the Buccaneers that it won't matter, and I think it will. This game will come down the stretch. Hopefully to last possession, and I think Tom Brady will have a game-winning drive to win the game. Typical Tom Brady playoff game. I think it will happen again. Hopefully it does. And yeah, there you have it. That's my prediction of the weekend. And to kind of go over what I predicted to be a Super Bowl, it's pretty much the same teams. Kansas City and Tampa Bay. I predicted these two teams to make the Super Bowl, and they're still in the playoffs, so that prediction hasn't changed. And I also think Kansas City will win the Super Bowl. Again, it's kind of weird. I said never to bet against Tom Brady, but I'm starting to see that you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes either. And what do you do when you don't bet against both quarterbacks? I bet on quarterback that looks like a future of the league. And that's Patrick Mahomes. So that's the only reason why I think Kansas City is going to win. That's the prediction of the weekend so far. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed my prediction, and really hope you guys enjoy watching the games this weekend, because it's going to be really good. Last weekend was even better than I expected. NFL playoff always has that. I think it's always better than expected, and I think this weekend will be the same. Hope you guys enjoy, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys after the games, probably tomorrow. I will have a reaction tomorrow after the games, and yeah, see you then. Thank you.